Hello everyone, welcome to the channel and Sunroom project. In the last video on this series, I got all the windows installed and wrapped, and I started custom making some trim to trim out these windows. So in this video, we will be filling the nail holes, applying a sealer, and putting some siding on the porch. Hope to see you at the end. So with that last nail driven, this side is done.
I think it looks pretty good. Basically, I got a full piece and then a strip, and then a strip up on the top. The windows are wrapped. Probably might come back with got some brown caulk I might put along the edges, and then maybe if I can get up on that bottom edge up there. Not a lot of rain gets up there. This overhang, I like these. It's probably close to a 2-foot overhang. But anyway, this side is done. Now we just got to work ourselves all the way around. We're getting there, slowly but surely.
A couple of things to discuss real quick here at the end. You can kind of see I took this picture not long after I finished doing all the work, and it's summertime, and you can see the amount of leaves that have piled up already within a short amount of time. So that being said, I was trying to decide whether I wanted to, this bottom piece of siding, whether I wanted to keep it up off the deck or be right down on the deck. And there's minimal amount of water. The only reason that I honestly would want to have it up is to limit the amount of water exposure to that bottom edge. But with this overhang, even when it rains and snows, usually from this line back is pretty dry. And the other concern is if I left it up, let's say like a 1/4 inch, the amount of stuff from the trees, there's a huge tree here, and then there's some trees over here, and then there's tree line all back through here. With the amount of small particles, leaves, stems, um, little pieces of lint and stuff, or whatever you call it, it comes off the trees, just absolutely covers this deck. And if I left this up with a gap, that gap would just get just packed with stuff that I would have to constantly work to try to get out. So I've kind of just went with putting it down against the deck. I did not film. I painted the back of these. Also, I painted the front and the back to kind of protect them a little bit from moisture as best I could. But I'm not too terribly worried about this. If it becomes damaged, it's not going to be difficult to replace if I had to. But uh, it's a battle. Like this deck was recently redone, so the gaps are pretty well visible. But by fall, if you don't continuously sweep this porch, these will be just completely packed with tree debris. So once again, I just kind of decided to keep that all the way down to have to prevent me from having to do maintenance and come back all the time dealing with that. Other thing that I didn't talk about was what I used to seal these with. I used the same stuff that I bought to seal the deck with. I think I did that in like the second video or the third video in this series. But if you go back, it's just a CWF with UV protectant that I used on this. And it's not, I didn't want to have a stain on it. It's a clear. I didn't want to really change the natural color of this pine. You can see a little bit of difference when you compare the before and after pictures. It's a little bit lighter compared to whenever I put this on. And in the future, I don't know. I didn't know what to use, and this was kind of an experiment of what to use and just kind of see how it went. There's a little bit of a lag with the project and present time. Like at the time that I'm recording this, I've already got the whole outside done and most of the inside done. And this side here that stays fairly protected did fairly well. The side over here facing the spring, there was a lot of mildew off these trees, which corroded the the sealer that I used on this. So I might have to come up with something different. I have uh, up to date. I have power washed this area because there's so much tree debris. It all collects in the window and all over the window. So I have to continuously kind of power wash or take a water hose to this, and it's kind of eroded the sealer a little bit. So I might have to come up with something that's a little bit stouter. But anyway, I appreciate you guys for watching. Want to thank everybody for watching. As always, I'm going to try to generate a bunch more videos I'm going to try to get better at it. I kind of lagged off for quite a while. I might make shorter videos like this one so I can get them out a little bit faster. But thanks for watching. As always, like the video if you can. It helps the channel. Leave a comment, share. And the most important thing right now is I need subscribers. So please consider subscribing. And I'll see you on the next video. Have a